right then. Pull this back down. What's up, Mariano? Let's see. Okay. Just getting some things ready for tonight. What's up, Arturo? CMM, it's going good. We're staying dry. That's important. But you guys will notice that unlike a certain video game collector who self-proclaimedly rocks, I did not get all opportunistic on the opportunity to try to grab some contributions because of the basement flood. Saw that happen one time. It didn't go over so well for the guy. Don't know if you guys caught the reference or not. If you didn't, that's fine too. Wouldn't be that advantage taking of a guy towards my fans, my peeps. Poor Paul. What happened to Paul? Something I don't know about? What happened to Paul, Mariano? Something I'm not being told here. Yeah, it was the basement of my house, Mariano. Yep, had some had a backup close to the where the sewer ties into the city, or where my sewer line ties into the county, and yeah, it backed up, and was trying to test what was going on. So like, cause where the water was coming in at, I thought it could have been the hot water heater had sprung a leak. So I had my wife run the shower upstairs, and for about like 2 or 3 minutes on hot, and I never saw any water coming out of the hot water heater. But then I continued to hear dripping, and that dripping intensified. So I walked over to the half bath that's down in my basement here, and it's basically right on the other side of the wall from the hot water heater. And I look in the toilet. There is hot water coming out of the toilet seat. So water had backed up at the sewer, and of course water finds the path of least resistance to get back out. So it's not going to go back up the stairs. It ended up coming through the toilet downstairs. So, but yeah, made a call to the county. It was an emergency because I had poo coming in to the. I had poo coming in and hot shower water mixed with poo water coming into the basement. So fortunately, I actually I lost nothing. Very fortunate in that when I remodeled my basement, I built a subfloor, and I built the subfloor everywhere except the bathroom and the laundry room, which is where the hot water heater was that I was telling you about. And when I finished part of my garage, um, for my oldest son, since we were going to be a bedroom short if I hadn't, because the kid's coming in August. Um, I also built a subfloor out there for reasons just like this one. Fortunately, the water was contained to just the bathroom and the laundry room, so I had my adventures with my shop vac, uh, as well as doing a whole crap ton of laundry because I used a bunch of towels before I figured out I should probably use my shop vac to clean this up. Call to the county, a ton of cleanup, and a ton of loads of towels later. I'm finally getting to sleep by 8 a.m. the next morning. So, um, that was that. And then about $350 later, the Roto-Rooter man came out and took care of. There was a so the county guys came out and used a water jet to blow out the clog, and then during the day they sent out a camera with a truck with a TV camera uh, mounted to the snake that goes down into the sewer. And long story short, I had a clog that needed cleaned out because some roots that had infiltrated a PVC pipe that was incorrectly sealed at a junction. So the Roto-Rooter guy came out Friday night and rooted it out. Got a bunch of roots out of there, so we're going to be good for quite some time. But yes, very, very thankful that I got the issue resolved and got it resolved quickly. So, but yeah, that is that. So not the most fun thing that I've dealt with in quite some time. But those things do happen, and fortunately, I'm blessed with a little bit of know-how to try to troubleshoot things, and if I can't do it on my own, I know the right people to call, thankfully, and this time it wasn't too bad. So I suppose it could have definitely been worse, but that was actually the biggest reason. Like things like that were the biggest reason that I built a subfloor in my basement and used a vapor barrier and that green board rigid foam insulation and stuff like that to prevent water from getting in places that it shouldn't go. So, 'cause growing up, our basement, like I don't say it constantly flooded, but we always had flooding and drainage problems in my basement as a kid. So, and this isn't actually it's a split level house, so it doesn't have a true basement. Um, very little of my lower level is actually below the frost line, but for some reason it's still considered a basement. So it is what it is. But so yeah, here we are. But yeah, so we are at we're doing some Khan's treasure stuff. That's where I think we're gonna start tonight. So, what was I doing? Okay. We need to get away from that. Treasures, buddy. Yes, sir. All about them treasures. Well, and of course, I think what I'll do is I will go up the ladder. Because that's just more fun. And I'll do some combo swag while I'm at it. Oh yeah, that's one thing I was doing. I was looking at Um, I was just doing a ton of combos on Ermac with Human Smoke. So, like, yeah, Human Smoke is ridiculous. So, yeah. Ah. One more time. So yeah, you can get a lot in the corner with Human Smoke, just like you can with Ermac. So, but the big deal behind this combo is we're not actually putting Human Smoke's hits on Ermac into damage protection until he does the pop-up. So, like, we can do this, pop-up. Oops. We can do, like, pop-up. Ah, come on, dummy. Holy cow. And that only does 66 because the two hits in the combo that cause damage protection is the pop-up hit in the combo and also the teleport punch. The teleport punch, when it hits, when it either hits here or when it hits there, it causes damage protection. Ooh, glitch cancel. Did you see that? Glitch cancel. Got 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Master of My Universe. Yeah, I'm sorry about the ads. I always consider like taking them down simply on account of the fact that like I've almost made a Red Bull since I monetized the channel. So tell you what, you never really realize how long 5 to 15 seconds is until you get to a YouTube video you want to watch. Like when you're a kid, or maybe a young adult, or maybe even a teenager, if you've got a girlfriend, 15 seconds might not feel like that long. But man, it is downright painful when you're trying to watch some content. So, I do apologize for that, Master of My Universe. I hope it's not a big turnoff. You can also do something like, let's see. Ah, too much. Didn't space it right. Ah, let's go up to this one. Let's back into this combo. If you can get in deep enough, if you can get in deep enough, you can actually catch. Here we go. You can actually throw him out of the corner. If you catch him super deep, I think you can do it on bigger characters. not so much the ninjas. Like Jack's striker, you can actually jump kick them and air throw them out of that. This one, that's super deep. Dang on it. Super deep jump punch. See how little. See how little pushback there is off of this. That's not right. There you go. I think you can jump kick, air throw the bigger characters out. And you can do this. Sometimes you can hit them with multiple jumps. Sometimes. You gotta get them way up here though. Sometimes. Pop them out. It's very difficult to get the 100% with human smoke. Just because he doesn't quite have the... And the timing is so... The timing and the spacing is just so particular. Even tried that with a jump punch. Didn't get it. It's just so tight that, like I said, the probably the bigger characters robots maybe, and if you get super deep without hitting the, sometimes you can get 2 roundhouses. You go all Chuck Norris on them. Everybody gets hasses. Round hasses. But not tonight, probably. Ooh, there, I got it. Oh, the 3-hit pop-up MasterofMyUniverse. You have to be... See, yeah, it's... The timing is really tight. Oh gosh. That's the... Actually, wait a minute. Dang on it. Now I'm having trouble. There we go. Alright. If I could get that stupid jump kick to connect right here, I could do it, probably do it with against Jax without even thinking about it. The male ninjas require the timing, spacing to be just a little tighter. Even then, yeah, there's just so many cool ways to dress up the combos to get ridiculous damage. There's two jump punches. There's me being a scrub. You can do stupid stuff like that too. If you're feeling spicy, you can throw in a straight up jump kick. Not usually though, because there's delayed startup. Holy cow, look at that. It doesn't even do that much more damage though. The best example, I think, of damage protection not factoring in is like, let's get some robot smoke going here, and then I'll run up the ladder with robot smoke. Robot smoke is ridiculous. If I could make it work. I mean, just that, he did 40%. Let's see. What is today? July 16. Well, and the thing is, like, if you've been playing the game long enough, it's like second nature. Um, it takes practice and it takes timing. The reason that it can be, the reason it can be frustrating at times is because, as stupid as it sounds, if you're on a pad, which I presume you're playing on a pad, the your thumb travels a farther distance. Plus, the idea in your head about hitting the down button after the first kick in the combo, so kick, down low punch, down high punch, it plays mind games. But if you watch in high level tournaments and things like that, um, those guys almost never miss it. The timing is tight, but they almost never miss it. Actually, like Shang Tsung's combos, like his 4 and 5 hit combos, are actually harder to string together because the timing on them is so tight. Alright, so yeah, let me show you here. Let me get him into the corner, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get him into the corner. Ah, you dummy. You dumbhead. Yeah, let's get him into the corner. It makes life easier. Oh my gosh. Son of a gun. But yeah, that right there was 9 for 63. I remember that was like OG Super Nintendo combo in MK3. There it is. That's 68. And if you want to get super crazy in the corner, and the reason this works is if you anti-air, like if you jump kick somebody, it's going to cause damage protection. But if you jump kick somebody out of the air, it doesn't go into damage protection. $70. And I know he can go higher than that. I'm just not... I'm just not quite as good with human smoke. Or with robot smoke, because I am human. There we go. Darn it. $72. Big hole. Wonder if I could get that. Alright, we'll stop trying that. $75. I think... Dang it. The other thing that I kind of dislike about these about these kind of big swaggy combos is that they're just not practical in game. Like, you'll almost never get an opportunity to do something like this in game. I mean, like, the opportunity will almost never happen in game. So, combos like this, they're almost not worth it to even try. Oops, man. One thing I do like, though, is coming up here. See if I can make this one happen. There we go. Nope. Alright. Alright. Let's go up the ladder. It's more fun this way. Did anybody play MK3 on the Super Nintendo when they were youngsters? I'm asking specifically about the Super Nintendo version. So, I don't know what it was, but like when you use the cheat code to enable smoke, the computer resorted to like some ridiculous, just some absolutely ridiculous difficulty level when you played as Smoke. And I don't recall that happening in the Genesis version. But I can't remember if it was GamePro or if it was EGM or who it was. But I don't remember if it was EGM or GamePro or who it was. But when they published the article for that cheat code, it even said that like, note, game difficulty will be much higher. I just thought it was funny that it like GamePro or EGM or who, like the magazine went as far to say game difficulty will be much higher, and it didn't even matter. It didn't matter what difficulty you set it to. It was like super ultra ridiculous difficulty. I mean, I learned how to beat it, but I mean, humans or robot Smoke, you just do a couple ridiculous combos and call it a day. Like this. 51 out of that. And all you have to do is have decent timing for that. Oops. %60 on 4 hits. Ridiculous. Ring the bell. Speaking of ringing the bell, hit that bell. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I can't help myself. Hey, Calvin. You know, the YouTubes is cool. You know, Google sent me a letter in the old snail mail the other day, wanting some account information, so that when the time came that they could pay me, they needed some banking info. Which, I mean, that's still going to be like, you know, the way I calculate, it's still going to be like 6 months till I get a YouTube check, so not a big deal. If I had gotten into it if I'd gotten into YouTube for making money, I wouldn't be streaming hacking UMK3 every Thursday. But I enjoy this, and that's the part that counts. Oops. Yeah, you can do the bigger characters like this too. Teleport, roundhouse, spear. It'll catch him on the way back up. I mean, it's two separate combos, but it's free like 60%. Exactly. Yeah, it's a hobby. It's for fun. As one of my friends put it, it's a passion project. And I felt like if I had to start producing content on a much, you know, more frequent than once a week basis, and I had to, you know, do branding stuff and all this crap, I kind of feel like the passion, the fun, you know, like the fun that I get from hanging out with a, you know, all things considered, a fairly intimate group in the grand scheme of things. It wouldn't be as fun. I don't think I'd look forward to it. It would feel more like a grind. And I already grind for 8 hours a day anyway, you know, from 8 to 5. So I do this for fun, and it's something I enjoy doing. Oops. Ooh. 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 Oh no. Oh, you dirty dog, Con. Even Con can't handle the run pressure. Had to get the crouching high kick to the nuts. Sindel's revenge. Yeah, so there we go. So there's a couple things I need to do, right? I need to adjust. There's a couple things I need to adjust here. Ballsy move, I like it. So, um, here, like when you pick the reward, that obviously is not going to work. Like I've gotta shift. I have to shift something somewhere because now we have the text of the prize right in the middle of the lower icons. So that's gonna have to change. But we'll get there. We'll get to that point. So let's see. Yeah, so essentially what we've done. Oh, and by the way, I have sent this out to the Posty Bros, the machine testers, who have done a little bit of testing on several items that I've asked them to look into. And of course, I have my work cut out for me on Noob because there's some things that the machine doesn't like. There was some stuff that the machine didn't like for Chameleon, but I believe that's a power bar fix. Like the life bar, like the nameplate, I didn't have anything assigned to Chameleon, so I just gotta. That'll be like a 2 minute fix. Um, but yeah, so there's some machine testing going for the early beta 2 development. Hard to believe. This is crazy. We released UMK3 Plus 10 months ago. 10 months ago, we released UMK3 Plus to the public. What's up, Chardonnay? And I always thought I was going to take a break and start enjoying some games, but I kind of continued right along. So Stan Smith, yeah, that's a left. That was a like an additional option I think that Paul was messing around with for like a throwback to one of the old MK1 hacks. I think Turbo Ninja does that. When you freeze them, they float in Turbo Ninja. I think that's the one. Can't remember for certain. All right, so what we got to do is let's bust out the old UMK3 all. And we'll look some more at Khan's booty. Heh, heh, heh. Anyway, so we got the character's portrait being put in place right here. This data does that. And gives us our portrait. We've looked at that. Um, constructs the red rectangle. I'm sure the option is going to be out there, Stan. A lot of like, so here's the thing: the Team Plus games, MK3, UMK3 Plus, MK2 Plus, MK Plus. One of the things um, that Paul and I both are sticklers about is when it comes to things like original gameplay, that has to remain intact unless it's like a blatant bug fix. Like for instance, in UMK3, in revision 1.2 and in Juggernaut's hack, player 2 Jax did not have the same capabilities as player 1 Jax. Player 2 Sector did not have the same capabilities as player 1 Sector. So those had to be fixed to put them on equal footing. Those are hard fixes, those are bugs. Certain moves, like air throws, Liu Kang's bicycle kick, a couple other ones, If your character was invisible, it would not take them out of invisibility. That's a bug. So things that are bugs, uh, those are those obviously are fixed. Um, yeah, those obviously are fixed. Um, but like something that I've been working on is balancing options. Those will be, and the way they'll work the same way that additional moves work in MK2 plus, which they're options that can be turned on in the options menu. Um, so the original gameplay is 100% intact. Bug fixes where applicable, but then options are just that, they're options. So, but yes, the flying ice thing I believe will be turn offable. Mariano, I don't know because I know there still isn't really good emulation for MK4 yet. Um, and I'll tell you that's the first MK game that I had basically zero interest in. But yeah, no interest in MK4 whatsoever for me. I know that there are people that do have it, and it's a fun game to kind of fool around with, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no desire to mess with it. MK Plus here and there. I have a couple. I wrote a couple fixes for MK Plus, but UMK3 Plus is really my bread and butter. I do want to delve into some other games as well. But UMK3 Plus is my jam. All right. So let's see. All right. So Destiny Tower chosen. So we get our movement allowance from this. So let's copy this and I'll show it. No, it's not right. There we go. Okay. So we've moved the value from 106 to FB0, which is the Destiny Tower that you've chosen. 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? Novice, Warrior, Master, Master 2 / Champion. We're just going to call it Champion from now on because that's what it is. And it takes that value and then it allows movement based on that. So here, obviously, we get 0, 1, 2, and 3. All right. So we see 106 to FB0 is a value of 0 right here. And we've moved that value to A9. But let's take the value at A9. Let's change the value of A9. Let's make it 1, which is the Warrior Tower. So we're going to shift left logical. We're going to get our byte value. We're going to add that. And then we're going to add what's at A. We're going to move what's at A9. So what's at FF974AC0 to A9. And that's going to give us 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we start at 1. So we start at 0. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movements. So with Novice, we've unlocked the first 4. Champion, we've unlocked the next 3. Let's also let's bring up that value. Then we bust out our handy dandy calculator. Ah, you dummy. I missed it. Okay. So FF974AB0. 2E956. So 3, 6, 9, and A, right? So now if we change the value of A9 to 2, which is the first master tower, we're going to get 9 movements. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. Okay. Now, we change the value of A9 to 3. We have A movements, which is 10. Okay. Now, how do we get to that last one, you might ask? This is the fun part. This is me geeking out. You'll have to forgive me. So it's moving all this stuff, right? So it's taking the Destiny Tower that was chosen, and it's assigning a value out of an array based on what difficulty level you chose. And we will say array located at for booty. Okay. Now, all right, anyway. So it's moving that value in, right? So it's got A9 to A90, so 3, right? Now here's the neat part. It's moving this location here, this 1062FF0, which is mode of play, or game mode, up here. Normal, 2v2, or tournament. Now you'll never get to select a reward off of 2v2, but you will get to select a reward off of tournament, okay? So if we move, so now we're looking at the game mode memory flag, memory location, and it's 0, which is normal, and it's comparing 2. So it's asking, is this tournament mode? Are we in tournament mode? If we're not in tournament mode, so not equal, we're going to jump to this 08D0, which you notice moves A hex to A10. It skips over this B hex to A9. It's preserving the value that it received up here from the Destiny Tower. Okay, so let's see again. We got 3 points of movement. Now, let's do this. Let's look at 1062FF0. And let's change it to tournament mode. So now we're going to get the value for novice, which is 3. We're going to get 3 pieces of movement. Now we move what's at 1062FF0 to A0, and we have the value in A0 as 2. So now it's comparing 2 hex, and it's saying if it's not equal to 2, we're going to jump over this value here. But it is equal, so we're going to continue on. Now we're going to move B hex to A9. So now, if you look, the value at A9 is going to change from 3 to B, which is going to give us all the movement we need to get to the Supreme Demonstration. Clear as mud? Mariano, I was actually thinking of an Ultra Endurance Tower. Or not Ultra Endurance Tower, but an Ultra Endurance Reward. Several of them actually. I was thinking like a all ninja, an all ninja fight. So you'd fight, you know, Katana, Jade, Melina, Scorpion. Let's see, Katana, Jade, Melina, Scorpion, Reptile. That's five. Ermac, Classic Sup, Human Smoke, Noob Saibot, and Rain. Right? F10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1A. So, yes, you would get a 10 character fight with the human ninjas. If you did an all ninja the to include the robots, yeah, you'd get 13. You could potentially have up to 13, which I think is what that's half the cast, isn't it? Half the cast is basically ninjas. Yeah. So you could have like a ninja endurance fight reward. Um, you could have a non-ninja endurance fight reward, which would be the other half of the cast, or a full cast endurance. Now, you'd probably have to set it to explosive combat because I don't think the game is gonna like 25 bodies on the floor. Um, but you could like it's very easy to set to explosive combat. It is very simple. So that could be those are three options I think that I would like for that. But yeah, it would definitely have to be explosive combat because you're getting bodies all over the place, and the hardware probably wouldn't care for that too much. A full cast tower, possibly. I think. Yeah, I think it could probably be done. Because the other thing is, right, in MK1 and MK2, you do fight the full cast. Um, I think it would. I think it would forego. Um, I think it would forego. Dang it! I think it would forego um, the endurance rounds. I think you would just have to have, you know, Kano through Rain, and then Motaro and Khan. So, yeah, those things are possible. Thoughts on a mini training tower with no rewards, literally just for practicing combos against a CPU. It's possible. That could be done. It's possible. Um, the only problem with those training modes is, like you got like your worst case scenario, right? Um, if you own an arcade and somebody puts it on training mode and walks away from it, um, whatever monitor you've got in there that's never had an image burnt into it, suddenly could have an image burnt into it, and that would be a bad thing, be a bad day. I can see something um, like I don't know, maybe like 10-minute endurance, and then the bell would start to tick down slowly. It's like you would get like the bell would start ticking with like a minute left or something, or the bell would start to you know what I'm talking about. The timer would start to tick audibly when there was like a minute left, and then it would just end the round and go to the next round. I don't know. Um, Something like that could probably be arranged. It would be it's a possibility. The other part would be to put something in, like, so the game has a frame timer, and I can't remember how many frames it is. It might be like, you know, 3,200 768 frames in hex or something like that. It's roughly 10 minutes. Uh, Moves basically quit working. Like, you can only throw one punch at a time. I think special moves quit working. You can still do auto combos and stuff, but the game just gets really wonky. Um, and that only happens when you have the timer disabled. So, um, yeah, it only happens when you have the timer disabled. But you could always set a check, like once the game reaches that many frames, to just end the round and go into the next one. So yeah, those are possibilities to explore for sure. All right, I want to examine. Oh, the palette unlocks. Yeah, that's a thought as well. That's something I had already planned actually. Unlocking palette options. I had thought of including like random ultimate combat code hints. So like instead of potentially waiting for a character to drop down to give out an ultimate combat code, you could select a random hint. But then like all that's going to take is somebody picking it apart with a hex editor, and they're going to get all the hints. And that would make me feel bad because that would be a lot of work for literally nothing. And that's the other thing that's going to be um, with these unlockables. Um, Chameleon and the others. Um, they're not going to be unlockable right away. Like they're going to be unlockable via the ultimate combat codes, but then to access them, you still have to do the correct things. So yeah, those kind of things have to be. I mean, it sucks that like it's cool that you have hex editors so you can do look at cool things, find stuff that was never originally into the game and put it into the game. But then when you want to put cool stuff in the game, people can just open up the code and tear it apart. So that that kind of sucks. Um, but okay, real quick. I know I'm doing it again. Right. Don't go anywhere. I have to. I promise you, it is not. There's no emergency, but there will be if I don't go right now. So I will be back in like 5 minutes. So, and just because I'm a cool guy, when I get back, I'll treat you guys to something nice. I guess I'm going to share something with you. So, be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, El Retaru. It'll be done in the BIOS or the CMOS. That's how that's how it's retained when the original characters, like the original unlockables, Molina, Classic Sub, and Ermac. That's how it's done when they're unlocked. Oh, Stan, you and your nicknames, man. Ted D. That's how I hear it in my head, like Ted D, like the D, which I mean doesn't describe my personality at all. But you know, it is what it is. All right, let's see. All right. So I'm back, and I promised you guys some of the goods. So let's see. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. La da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. This is like Inception levels here, guys. Like I am showing you. I'm signed into the wrong account. Why does it do this to me? No, wrong one. Son of a gun. There we go. Alright, I'm getting there, guys. Sorry. Okay. Alright. So we're back. Turn the audio up so you guys can hear it. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, so a couple things you're listening for here. You're listening for Flawless Victory, and then you're listening for Fight. Well, Stan, my name's not Ted, so you can you can go from there. My name's not Ted.
Reptile wins. Flawless victory.
All right, right here. Here we go.
Round two. Fight.
Did you guys hear that? Let me know if you guys heard that. I'll play it again.
Round two. Fight.
No, Stan. My channel is okay. So I'm gonna go over the. I'm gonna go over the portmanteau that is my name. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go over the portmanteau that is my name, and then I'll jump back over. Okay. Ted Russos. Okay. So this originates from this name here. Okay? My name is Drew. You guys ever seen The Big Lebowski? Okay, so there's this character named the Jesus that nobody messes with. So being a bowling guy as well, I'm very into bowling. I love it. I'm fairly good at it. Somehow somebody thought it would be funny to say no one messes with the Drusus. So there's that. Okay? Now, circa 2005, I took a job on a help desk where I worked with a bunch of guys that were geekier than I am. And I worked with one guy that he would every time he would put the in a ticket, he would purposely misspell it. T-E-H. So, and that was like, leet speak. All that stuff, right? Because that's how he was. And then one day, I got the nickname. I was the Cube Ninja. Cube Ninja. So, wheel it all back around. I needed a gamer tag back when I created a PSN account back in the day. So, I held on to that. But it came to my mind that it would be kind of cool to misspell this the way my buddy did. And now, there we go. There you have it. So, and Stan, that's my name. Right there. I spent way too much time on that. So, here we are. Alright, so let's go here.
Here we go. You will mess with Scorpion.
Alright, so
Flawless victory.
So now, listen to this for me, okay? Listen to this. Now, listen to the fight sound, okay?
Round one. Fight.
Did you hear that?
Round one. Fight.
Okay. Now listen to this.
Round two. Fight.
Can you tell the difference? We'll run it back again.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Correct. Ace and Master of My Universe, you are correct. So, yeah, the reason I wanted you guys to listen to this, so two things, right?
Wins. Flawless victory.
that low tone from Flawless Victory was a sound that was on the MK3 chips that you don't hear in UMK3 because it's gone, removed. They had to remove that sound to make room for the new character calls and stuff like that. Like the new character names. They had to make room on the chip for that. So what we've done here, what I've done here is I played around on the MK3 chips, and I was able to successfully import the MK3 Flawless Victory. So okay, so that's MK3. MK3 to UMK3, no big deal, right? But then I dug into it some more, and I was able to import from MK2 the fight announcement as well. Now, I did something kind of somewhat minuscule as the fight noise because it's a relatively small piece of data. Hopefully, it is indicative of things to come. We have to be very picky what sounds get imported because don't want to create a whole slew of new chips that have to, I'm okay with shipping out a U2, maybe not a U2 and a U3 and a U4 and a U5, a whole set of new sound chips. So, what I'd really like to do to justify a new sound chip or two is to bring something cool back from MK2. Now, no promises because Paul said it and I've said it and I'll continue to say it. We have to have something really good to justify basically selling another set of U117 through U114s. We have to have we'd have to have really good justification for that. So it's not like we can just add, Chameleon's Life Bar nameplate and call it a day. And it's like, oh yeah, here's 4 new chips you got to buy to get Chameleon. That's not how that works. So what it appears to be, to me, is that while it is still, I don't want to use the phrase easy, it is still very possible to, and by the way, I can also kind of I can manipulate how the sounds are as well. It's kind of cool. You can make it bassier or more trebly, just depending on the sub bands. If you fool around with it. So, anyway, yeah, the sound can definitely be modded from DCS to DCS. So creating custom sound is still pretty much out of the realm of possibility. Let me show you. Let me show you the U2 stuff from. Where's U2? U2. Blah blah blah. There it is. Okay. So I'm not going to go through it because we're already almost an hour and a half into the stream and I haven't done a lot with Con's Treasures yet. So, but so here is the frame header for Flawless Victory, right? That's the frame header. And here are the entries for the Flawless Victory low tone. And here is the sound header for the low tone Flawless test. And I actually cranked the volume a little bit here. But yeah, I mean, there it is. I can actually fool around with it a little bit. You know what? Heck with it. I'll fool around with it some. Do 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 do. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Okay.
Round one. Fight.
I'm gonna crank my own audio up here a little bit. And I will leave. I'll turn this back down just a little bit so you guys can hear it well enough. Okay, so
One.
okay. So I need to know what this value is here. So we take the sound value, which is 2, 3, 3D, D, not 4, times 3 plus 40, 48 takes us to A9, 0F, which takes us to O1, BCB1. Okay. So we take this, and this is our sound header here. So like I can show you guys this is actually really cool. I mean, it's cool to me. I think this is right. Yeah. So we got to go BCB0 times 2 so we can see it. We go into the DCS region. And I don't know if this is a product of MAME or what, but everything's got FF in the middle of it. So it sucks. Alright, I'm going to crank, like I said, I'm going to crank my volume up here.
Fight.
Okay. And I also no longer need the breakpoint. The cool thing, though, is that it's cool and it's not cool at the same time, right? It does not preserve it does not preserve sound. Like if you do a save state, it does not preserve the DCS data. Which can be a bear if you screw something up. So I also want to view, I want to group by bytes because it's easier this way. So yeah, so let's just mess with this real quick. Let's mess with this 6E value. Let's make it like 20, okay? So make sure we got the right location. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to crank this for you guys, so you'll probably be able to hear it over me, which I'm sure is just fine. Okay, move that 20. Listen to this. So let's crank it a little bit. Okay, getting there. Alright, so now we crank it all the way. 7F.
Fight.
So I'm sure you guys heard that. There's actually controls on the DCS chips as to how loud you can make these sounds. It's controlled in the sound header. So let's see. Is it 01020B? That can't be right. So I'm going to bookmark this. That's definitely not it. And we can also cut the length. Darn it. Hold on. There we go. I had to bring that up. That makes the reference a little bit easier. Okay. Oh, I was also way off with my volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, that's the correct header. Okay. So 0B. So so this is how long the sound is. 72 frames. So we can actually punch this down. So we change the 72 to like 42. We're gonna cut the sound.
One. Fight.
Or not. What the crap? Yeah, maybe I did that wrong. Anyway, so let's see. So BFD 30. There we are. So BFD 30 times 2. So if we now go to there we go. So here I think is where we
One. Fight.
So now if we cut this down to like 44.
One. Fight.
See how it cut him off? I don't know if you heard it. We'll make it a little bit shorter.
One.
Yeah. So the other part now is we can, like I said, we can make it like super treble or super yeah. So F F F F. So let's listen.
One. Fight.
Did you hear that?
One. Fight.
And then we can also knock it down.
Fight.
Also want to look at is it this one? No. Or is it? No, that's Mortal Kombat 3. That's not. Oh, wait. Well, shoot. Let's look at U2. Was it U2? There's the frame header for fight. So I'm just curious. Let's see what happens if we match the frame header data. Okay, so here's the MK3. I don't think it'll make a difference. Like, I don't think it'll sound the same, but let's try it.
Fight.
Okay. Now, let's take that frame data. So A4, so 9B, 9B, 97, 17, 17, 17. Okay, so so 9B, 9B, 97. I don't know how this is going to sound, so.
Fight.
It really didn't change anything, did it?
Fight.
It didn't really change anything. Now, if we knock these down, this is going to sound atrocious. And it might actually not even work. Watch your ears. So 9C, 9C, 9A.
Fight.
Okay.
Fight.
Oh, there you go. Kind of amplifies things. Stan, there is no reason to touch MK3. That's why. Like, there are some good things to go back and reference, but UMK3 is the game that people play. So, let's mess with this some more. Let's make all these AF and AA. It's going to be bad. Watch your ears. I don't know how all of it works. Like, I really don't, and I'm sorry for that. I haven't dug into it enough to know. I haven't really dug into it enough to have a good understanding of how the sub bands work and everything. So I have to dig more into that. But that's Shao Kahn with laryngitis right there. Like he's whispering in Sindel's ear. Fight.
Fight.
I actually forgot what the original values are, so we're gonna have to. Okay, so A4, 9B, 1B, 9-7.
One. Fight.
Okay, there we go. That's odd. That's... Why is that 9? Why is that 1B? Let's change that. That doesn't seem right.
One. Fight.
That doesn't really do anything. Change it to 0, 0. Well, that's gonna... Watch your ears.
Fight.
Whoa. That was weird.
One. Fight. One. Fight. One.
Oh, Lord.
One. Fight.
Huh. I got you, Stan. So yeah, it's kind of just it's cool stuff that can be kind of messed with. Sorry about that. Let's see what happens if we add another sub-band. Again, watch your ears.
One.
Oh, gosh.
One. Fight.
These 7Fs make no difference.
One. Fight.
Yeah. It's either FF or 7F basically indicates the end of the band. So if we knock all these 17s down to F, we're going to get like, you know that idiot that used to go around in his stock sound system in his car that was probably, just barely held on together, not so much by steel, but now by rust holding itself together by basically the salt being the glue that held the rust together. That guy that would take his stock sound system and turn the treble all the way down and the bass all the way up. Here's what it would sound like.
One.
Basically underwater.
One.
And we'll bring these back one sub-band at a time.
One.
Ugh.
One. One.
The heck? I got something wrong here, apparently.
One. Fight.
Nope, that last one tied it all together, buddy.
One. One.
So let's do it like this. Let's do 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 7.
One. Fight.
There you go.
One. Fight.
There you go. Yeah, crank that bass, boy.
One. Fight.
Duck. Yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt your ears, Mariano. I was just seeing what it was doing. I was actually kind of hoping that that we could mess with the MK2 frequencies and get something that resembled, but it's not possible, I don't think. Yeah, so the header is 8 Bs. We don't want to make that as long. So yeah, it'd be 9B, 9B, 97, 17, 17, 17. That doesn't make it sound the same. I didn't think it would.
Round 1. Fight!
It doesn't really make it sound any different. So. But there are some things that I want to do that if there's other sound effects that could possibly be imported or brought back, um, it's something that I have to dig way more into in order to see if it'll even work on the U2 sound chip. There's character announcements and stuff like that. And like there's their win announcement, and then there's just their character select screen announcement, which I actually like. This is a slide right here from a video that I found online. A guy basically picking apart the DCS system, explaining how it worked, and I showed this video to Paul, and that's how Paul got the characters' names, like the hidden characters' names on the character select screen in MK2 Plus. So, like, we knew they were modifiable, didn't know how importable or some of that other stuff was, but basically, that value of the sound header and the frame header dictating how long the clip plays was basically dictating how he was able to get the characters' names to just say their names instead of wins afterwards, which is exactly what I'm getting at with wondering if the characters in MK3 and UMK3 have their own names and then win announcements, or if it's done with the full announcement followed by just the sound cutting off, because there is a sound that is just wins. That's it. Not the character's name, nothing like that. Just wins. And I have to dig into it a little bit more. But if it's possible to free up a bunch more space on U2, since it would have to be modified anyway, that's what the next thing would be. So, again, I apologize for the earhole murder. I hope I didn't lose you guys by doing that. I hope you can still hear me, Mariano. I apologize profusely from the bottom of my eardrums to yours. Because the first time it happened to me, I about fell out of my chair. Because I had the volume cranked and I didn't quite know what I was messing with, and when that happened, yeah, it was crazy. No, Stan, that's a cat. What, me falling out of my chair or the supersonic crazy noise from the stream, from the bad values? What are you doing, Smoke? Holy crap. Smoke. I think he's hungry. He's always hungry. This freaking cat is always hungry. He's probably got a bowl full of food upstairs, but it's, the edges are rounded out, so he thinks that he doesn't have any food left. Yes, he is fine, Stan. Yes, he's a very squeaky cat. Alright, you know what? Let me go and get him some food, and I shall return. All right, I'm back. All right. Anyway. All right, so let's get out of all this sound business. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Treasures. Okay. Let's see. Do I have my watch point active? Yeah. All right. All right. So what I want to look at is what allows movement. So we're just going to set this to 2 so we get the full movement. But then when we go here, we're going to set this to something ridiculous. What's B plus B? Okay, so this is going to allow us 1/6 movements instead of B. So what is that? 22 movements, 21, 22 movements, something like that. A catastrophe. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's pretty good. I like that. Of course, you can talk about catastrophes. These cats, man, I tell you, like, they'll holler about being hungry, but then they'll walk right under your legs as you're trying to get them food. It's like, well, if I trip and you fall and you die, you'll feed me for, like, I don't know, a week. So I've got that going for me. It is what it is. All right. So yeah, we've moved that business. All right. Yeah, we got to see what happens now. Watch what happens next. You'll be shocked. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen actually. It's actually kind of nice. Not really. Reset?
Smoke.
Huh. Well, this actually might be. Of course, I'm going to jinx myself by saying this, but it might actually be a little bit easier than I was anticipating. Oh, excuse me. Man, I hope I didn't break anybody's ears with that one. Ugh. Alright. So, what I have to better understand is the blinking cursor bit. Oops. Dang it. Oh, that's right. I have to set this so I get all my movements. So now I can go. Because what's today, the 17th? Oh, it's the 16th. Well, we're a day ahead. That's fine. Day ahead of that booty. Yeah, I just have to better understand how the blinking cursor bit works. So every 6 frames it blinks. Oh my gosh, it's Chrome. Chrome confirmed. So this right here is probably the sound it makes when you shift over. Or not. Or maybe when it goes boom. There it is. Or not. Okay. Now. There we go. Yeah, there was that winds audio I was talking about. Okay. Rusty MK5 Plus. Old creamsicle. that shakes the screen. Oh, that's our cheater check right there. Watch this. I think it's our cheater check. Yes. This is great. I love this. Absolutely love it.
You suck.
Alright, so yeah, we need to look at these. Okay, let's examine the movement. That's looking if okay, that's just looking for movement. That's looking to see if you've moved left or right. Stan, you've had a little too much caffeine, buddy. Deleted Molina from the history of the universe. I mean, if you think about it, like, you would think if anybody had anything to gain out of Kronika's little deal, it would definitely have been, uh, like, it definitely would have been Molina. But I wonder if, since she was created out of Shang Tsung's whatever, flesh pits or whatever they call them, I wonder if that kind of plays a part in her existence. Same deal with Ermac, because Ermac is not in MK11 either. I mean, he's like on a spike somewhere on Shang Tsung's island, apparently. But I wonder if that has something to do with it. That the fact that she's not like a living being, like a real living being, that she's just like a creation of Shang Tsung, if that has something to do with the fact that she's not there. Because, like I said, if any, because she was the emperor of Outworld, or the empress of Outworld. She was deposed. She was killed by Devora. So, like, you would think that if anybody would have anything to gain, it would definitely be her. But what do I know? I don't know much. So, all right, let me clear off some of these breaks. All right. thing. Okay. All right, so that's making a sound right here. So FF9712B0. I wasn't far. That's way down there. It gives us a start, though. So this right here is what happens. Yeah, so like I can prove that to you. Try it again.
Frosty.
Yep. Dude, Shang was a cunning son of a gun in Aftermath. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on here. What is this? That appears to point to an array. But what it is, I don't know. Oh, you know, these are the, I bet these are the rewards. Yeah, these are the rewards right here. How many are there? FF97. Okay, yep, that is that's an array. How many do we have here? How many? Oh wow, we've got a lot. 0. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be right. Alright, so nope. What? Why is that? Because that's obviously an array. Two E1D8. Okay. Really? Well, that's kind of messed up. It's not what I thought it was. That makes zero sense. Alright, whatever. C. Oh, okay. Here are your rewards right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Okay. So, now just to see if I'm right. Let's do 2,500. Get our reward. Shut up, breakpoint. Stop it. Okay, maybe not. Dang it. Alright. Gotta see what this is. I'm starting to... It's starting to upset me a little bit. Ah! Okay, so 2E270. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Oh, what is that? 2E27F, okay. Okay. That's the stuff that tells you about your reward. What's all this malarkey? Oh, it's the Supreme Demonstration business. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so if we did a search for, if we do a text search for tournament outcome, okay, so that is 2E8AC. Two E 8 2E8A C tournament outcome. Oh, it's because we're looking at, there we go. No, Stan, you're not banned. And I did see the Tama stuff. so that's the text stuff that you're given. Looks like we have a few extras in here. That's interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's some stock ones in there. Okay. Oh, oops. Shoot. Which ones are these? There we go. So now A9 equals 17. And we're going to state save. Okay, so now we get all the movement. Breakpoint 3, we don't need that anymore. So now we should get a text. Tournament outcome. Okay. So that's why, because there are 3 extra treasure spots in that array. Oops. And you see it's listed 4 times. Okay. So we can do something ridiculous like, I don't know, let's go down. Down the rabbit hole. So if we do something like, if we go in here and we say, if we do this and we go, let's make us another window here. Nope. There we go. So if we did that, and we went, where's that? Went to the 2E238. Alright. And we went. So we go here, and now we'll get a nice little secret message. Or not. Oh yeah, I know why that didn't work. Hit. I know why that didn't work. Oh, oops. Now. Look at that, we get a personalized message. There you go, Stan. What up, Stan? Stan, my man. Stanley the Manly. Stan, also called Spam and Stain, which I'm not sure why. But yeah, we got it. We got a little bit of progress, a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Combat. All right, so we got that working, which is nice. So here's another kind of cool thing. I need to undo all this crap. Um, so there's a lot more prizes, right? Supreme demonstration, fatality demonstration 1, fatality demonstration 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six fatality demonstrations, animality demonstrations, babality demonstrations, friendship. So how many is that? So supreme, fatal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Animality 1, 2, 3. Babality 1. Friendship 1. That's 12. But that's not counting the different fights and stuff. So I kind of wonder if these demonstrations exist. So let's see. What are the rewards? Do you guys know the rewards? I don't know if this is helpful. Um, I'm trying to see. Ah, here we go. So of those demonstrations, so you get the fight noob, random treasure. I wonder if these random treasures end up being these different demonstrations, like the different animality and fatality demonstrations. I was just fooling with the code, try to get a custom piece of text in there, Stan. Oh, do you only get 8 in the PC version? That's interesting. There we are. What? Am I missing something here? You only get those. You only get those. That bottom row if you beat, like, the stupid difficult one, right? Like the endurance ladder or whatever. I think that's what it is. Let's have a look see. YouTube. Oh, of course he'd go through his noob. That's funny. El Rotaro. Oh, jeez. There we go. Past history. Outer limits of the tournament. You must both. You both. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. So that's Pong. You kidding me? Male ninja combat. Okay. Primality 1. Why are you going there? What the heck? This guy got drunk at some point. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. That's a typo. Battle with Chameleon. No H. Alright, see ya, Pintbola. Fatality Demonstration 4. I think what they did was they just unrandomized. I wouldn't be surprised if they just unrandomized some of the random prizes. Female Ninja Combat. There's your Supreme Demonstration. Oh, good lord, he actually goes through the Supreme Demonstration. That's amazing. Oh my goodness, hello kitty. Oh, let's see how we did. See if we did the N64 justice. Not that that's what we really aim to do. I like my version better. Yaw, Kid Thunder. And the babies. All kinds of babies. Dang it. Awards Part 2. Is there Awards Part 3? Rewards Part 3 plus credits. Okay. 3 cats. Invaders from Space. David Carey. Oh, that's just too. That's like that's Space Invaders. That's not That's not the Miller Panacho game. That's just Space Invaders. Way to recycle sprites, guys. Now, why did you go to the tournament outcome? What the heck's the matter with you? He didn't even hit the last one. What in the crap? That's just some silly. Um, that's just some silly thing, isn't it? Like it's not nothing special. Secrets of MK Trilogy. Okay. Combat codes, special moves, finishers, tactics will randomly be shown on screen. Okay. All right. Well, at least we have this going for us, right? So we need to roll back up here a little bit. See, that's left and right movement for player one, blah, blah, blah. I'm curious. If we go here, I'm just curious. I think that's...
Smoke.
just curious what this does. Doesn't really do anything. Not that I can see anyway. Okay. All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, Master of my Universe. Appreciate ya. This will end up being an early one for me too, because I got an early morning meeting. So I'll probably hang it up about 12:30. I got about 20 minutes left in me about. Aha. 1330 FF97. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's check this out. This is our random prize, I think. Which one's the random prize? Is it this one? Why aren't you letting me choose? Aha, yep, okay. So yeah, the random prizes. FF9713E0. Okay. Animality 1. Alright, what is this? That's part of the standard battle, I think, though, so... Oh, this is the, what is it, the MK2 endurance combat or whatever? Yeah. Got it again. Okay. Alright. Anyway, that's not totally relevant. Seems to be. Once we run all the way up here, then we come back. Okay, well. Fatality Demonstration 6. looks like you got some bonus fatalities here. I mean, is Fatality Demonstration 6 in the standard rewards? Doesn't seem like it would be. It's not. Okay. Alright. So yeah, there's a little bit of mystery to unravel there, but that's besides the point. We want to get these blinking objects to blink correctly. Let's do something like... Okay. O8C0. Nope. There we go. So what if we go... That only happens once, right? Okay. Happens every time you move. Okay, so we need to actually make that change in code. One ACA. I don't know what this is going to do, but okay, so A10 is 16. All right, so that's good. All right, so let's take that break off of there. Oh. Okay. That unfortunately is no good. So if we go like move one hex to A10, I'll show you what happens. This is booty. This basically just lets you fly through. Yeah. So that's not what we want. That's not what we want in the slightest. That's looking for left and right movement and allowing it. And that's checking to see the control state of player 1 to allow movement. that's going to increment A11 to 1. It's going to decrease A11. Okay. Increment A11 to 2. Okay, so FF97. Okay, so that's part of the movement. It's going to increment A11 or decrement based on which way you're going. And then it's going to jump to FF97, 12, 20. And we got a whole bunch of calls. That's nice. So A11 to A0. That's position 2. That's another call. Huh. Well, we've been plundering his booty. It kind of figures we'd be scrambling his crap. Oh, that's kind of gross. Okay. So, blah, blah. Okay, so that's moving A the 90. Okay, A the 90. Okay, so that's giving us some coordinates. Shift left logical 5 hex to A0. Move A13 to A1. 100 hex, add A1 to A0. Move what's at A0 to A0. Uh-huh. Okay. We're getting a process here. Alright. It's probably causing it to flash, I bet. us back to our movement. Okay. Okay. So, alright, so let's cut this. So we've wheeled back around. Breakpoint D. Move A11 to A0. Okay. So A11 is equal to D now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D. Okay. I bet it's this guy right here. 5B hex to A0. Yep, right there. Now if we go A0 equals AB, and we blink it. Yep, there we go. Okay. So here's what we got to do to fix this. Okay, so 5B hex to A0, FF9 75240. Okay, so now we got to make it blink correctly. Alright, good night, Stan. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, so we're gonna go. So we need to duplicate some bytes. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to look at oh boy. We're gonna have to do a couple of things here. Because we need to know the position that the cursor is in. So let's go here. 5240. So we need to know where the cursor is when this happens. So we need to hit I need to know where the cursor is going. So we need to be around here somewhere. Nutsack, where to go? Move A11 to A0. Okay. So this is what we need. Yeah, this is what we need right here. Because we're going to need to reference it. And unfortunately, this call right here wipes out A0, and I believe by this time it also wipes out A11. So let's find out. The heck? Yeah, by that point, A11 gets borked. So what we need to do is right here is we need to move A11 to a value. We need to move A11 to memory. And we can use any piece of memory we darn well want to. We'll use my favorite raindrop test. So make it blink correctly, but we also have to go FF975190. Okay, so we're going to store, we need to store the position of icon. So we're going to go move A11 to A0, which is the first part. So move A11 to A0. Move A0 at raindrop test. Original. And then we're going to 5240. So we're going to A0. Actually, no. Okay. So that's right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B. So if it's C or higher, otherwise we're going to add the original. should be fine. Okay. Alright, thanks, Calvin. Yeah, chameleon without an H. It's a little bit odd. Alright, fellas, well we're gonna hot fix this. Because you know how I am about that. Alright, so hopefully I don't kill this thing in the middle of a process that's running. I might have to take it back to the end game screen. So, alright. So we need to store the position of the icon. Okay. And then alright. And then we need to come down here. And we gotta start typing. Alright. Yeah, figured as much. Alright. It's fine. And we'll just cheat up real quick. This will get us to con.
Fight! Round 2. Fight!
Maybe, baby. Nope. Alright. Let's hit these couple here. Oh boy, oh boy. Well. Okay. Let's see. Now let's put a break on this. Yep, doesn't like that. Okay. Oh, duh. You idiot. Okay, let's try this again. That's why, because it wasn't returned. Idiot. Ah. So what happened was I didn't have it returning, and because it wasn't returning, it was trying to go immediately to the next routine, and that obviously can cause issues. There we go. Damn. Okay. Same thing as before.
Smoke. Choose your. That was pathetic. Round one.
Oh, what?
Fight.
Oh.
Smoke. Choose your destiny. That was pathetic.
There we go.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Wait a minute, what? Oh, for God's sake. At least this will be easy. Wait, what? No, that's right. Hang on. Okay. So that's right. I didn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? FF97 52D0. Alright, so it gets here, but it doesn't. That's why. It doesn't like that move memory, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't like that. It's going to try to jump here. Oh, it's not even going to get there. Okay. Alright. That's alright. This one's actually pretty simple. Let's see. So we got to go make it blink correctly. To jump absolute. And then we have to have a booty return. Now, and now, okay. There we go. Maybe. So now I have to tell it that we're doing tournament mode, so it'll give me some movement. What? Okay. Alright, So here's the test. Oh yeah, I gotta give myself more movement for A10. Dang it. Alright. Where's that at? Well, that's up here further. We need to move. What did we say? 16 hex to A10. 9708 D0. I think that's right. Nope, that's the wrong one, you dumb sack of crap. That's incorrect. It is 16 hex to A9. There we go. Now it might work. Oh, son of a biscuit eater. Now. Here we go. Yeah. It's doing some weird stuff with the other two. And that has to be 17 hex. See, that does that weird thing with the two on the right.
Smoke.
Okay. What if we... What if we did something stupid like... I don't know if that's going to work, but we have a shot. Let's see if this... Just adding just a touch of delay. Oh, wait. Ugh. No, that's not gonna work. Maybe it has to be D-hex. Maybe. I don't know why that would work, though. Yeah, that doesn't work. The problem with that is if it's in the middle of that cycle, it's going to put it down at the bottom. That's the issue. Because, like, if we just roll right on through, we don't have any problems. But if we wait just a touch too long, it starts to go haywire.
Smoke.
It's basically because... I'll show you why. Oh, wait a minute. So it's basically right here, right? So what's happening is this is moving, but it's happening while it's in this delay right here. And since it's happening in that delay, it doesn't know to put it back here. It says, oh, this is over here, so now I have to put this down here. That's the problem. So if we were to take this, if we were to take this and, down here to 1, we'll get some super blinky, super fast blinky stuff. Even then it happens. adds a frame of delay. That's the stock. So like if we do something like put it back, it goes down there. See, but if we move back when it's lit up, it goes back towards where it belongs. See that? So that's, oh, it's going to be fun. El Rotario, you seem very knowledgeable. I like that. All right, well, we made some decent progress, I think. We at least have everything blinking now. We can do to wrap things up, I think. As we can, it's right here, I think. Okay. Let's move this around a little bit. Too much. Wrong way. Too far. Ah! I like that. How's that look? I think that looks good. Oh, that's cool. El Rotario. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that looks good, having moved down a little bit. Yeah, so we'll do that. 2E, 1A6, FF9, 70D30. OC7 002. Alright. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay. So we're going to save this guy for the night. Excuse me. Can do a couple things here. I'm gonna regret this in the morning. That's okay though. All right. Okay. Let's see. Poop. No, it's not gonna work. Hey, Neko Arc. Hey, man. It's been a minute. I'm actually just wrapping it up for the night. Just wrapping it up for the night. Trying to figure a few things out here. Things get a little bit quirky when you make the transition from the lower icon to the top icon. Excuse me. But yeah, we're just gonna have to leave this because I'm about to fall asleep in my chair, fellas. This is not the best, but it will do. So yeah, just so you can see it. So you can see it. We got the treasure icons. So there we go. Alright, guys. Yep, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's a blast as always. Hey, you know what? If you guys like what I'm doing, share this out with your friends. Sometimes people like to know when cool stuff happens. And if I do cool stuff, tell people about it. I don't know. I like doing this stuff. It'd be cool to hang out with. It'd be cool to hang out more on the stream. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night, and I will see you next time.